Hello everyone, it's QuestQuenches here today, and I want to quickly show you how to get the controller working for like controller support and stuff. So basically, what I have read is that you scroll down once you've downloaded all this and you've opened Mod Organizer and stuff like that to play Lorerim. What you want to do is scroll down all the way to the bottom, find controller support, click this, and make sure it's like ticked and stuff. Then you want to head to the Lorerim website, and it should be under controller support here. Then you want to click on get Steam controller mapping. So you click this and it should open your Steam like this. And then you click apply layout, because this is the applied layout to the Lorerim primary controller. You apply that layout. First you got to make sure you have it on, so make sure you turn on your Steam support thing. And yeah, and then you're sort of already, that's kind of it really. Now, let me just load into the game, because a lot of people have an issue when it comes to sort of getting Sprint to work and stuff like that. So once we're in game, I probably need to... Oh, I'm over encumbered, so I'm just going to get my toggle God mode on. Excuse the jagginess of it. I usually use a upscaler, and that usually smooths everything out, but it's difficult to record, so it's a bit, jaggedy like this. So what we have to do is go into the controller settings first, and I have replaced my sprint key with the B key, so I press B to sprint, well, hold B to sprint, and that replaces the sneak key with LS. So now I just hold down B and I sprint, and I press the left stick to crouch. I can, just to prove that it works, I'm pressing the trigger, the left trigger, and it's doing light attacks. And then I'm pressing RB, and that's the heavy attack. I can, yeah. So let's get so once you've done that, you have to go into your mod configuration, because you might not be able to sprint just yet. And I head down to TK Dodge, which is here. And I clicked the sprint key dodge. So I can also dodge when tapping the sprint key. So you see, I tap the sprint key and I dodge. Now, of course, when exiting out of things like the menus and stuff, sometimes you will sort of do a dodge sort of thing. So that does happen sometimes, but I've never really noticed it. Maybe once or twice, like when I'm doing stuff. So yeah. Now, what else do I need to tell you? Right, I'm going to put up on the screen sort of the things that, sort of like key points and stuff. Not the like the hotkeys, like the left bumper plus the right bumper brings up this thing, but I don't use this thing as it's fairly useless to me. I just use the normal favorites menu to get my stuff up. And that's pretty much how I play the game. I just play the game like how it was, really. And so yeah, but I will put the things up, so it will show you what buttons to press to get certain things up, and all that lot. So hopefully it'll make sense. Like, although there is like a a shift key you have to press to get certain things up, but if you combine it to your controller, if it's got one of those nifty extra buttons or anything on it, that'll probably go far for you. But mine's got back pedals and a front sort of pedal kind of thing, so I can I can save and stuff by a push of a button and stuff like that. But it basically is, the controller is a lot of combination sort of pressing. So to get your menu up, you press like hold LB, your left bumper, and then start to get this thing up. And then you just click down to get your map and all that stuff. And if you want to get the Destiny path, which is the one where it looks like he's floating and has a star above his head. So he's like floating up and he's got a star on his head, actually. You have to use your Destiny sort of thing here. And you press LB and then LT. Oh, no, not LB. No, LB, RB. There you go. And that's sort of, yeah. Oh, I got 3 to increase. There you go, a little bit more tougher. So yeah, I probably just said all the wrong things then. So it's the right triggers, RT to attack, light attack, and then it's RB for heavy attack. I can block with LT with the left trigger and the left bumper and what do you call it? LT is your powers. So if you want to use shouts, you can press that. If you just tap it, you'll do like the first word of your powers. And then if you hold it, you will do like the full sentence of the word shout kind of thing. You know, all the words of power. So yeah, I think that's about it really. Like hopefully you're seeing all the sort of hotkeys turn up, pause it if you want and stuff like that on the screen right now. So yeah, it's unfortunately I don't know really how to use this wheel kind of thing. It doesn't really do anything for me. Right, everyone, I've kind of figured out the wheeler kind of thing, so it kind of comes in handy now. After a lot of playing with it, I've kind of figured it out. So you have to do a left bumper and right bumper, and that brings it up. And to add items, you need to go into your inventory or your magic area. So let's do that. So let's go into the inventory, and I'm going to add, let's say, this scroll. So I click right bumper, nope, left bumper and right bumper to activate this. And then I press A to add a new item slot. I use my sort of, what do you call it? Left stick, I guess. And I go to the empty slot here. And then I click the right trigger. So the trigger, and it puts it there. So conjure the scroll. Okay. A mud crab's. What? Conjure a mud crab? Okay, that's great. So yeah, that's kind of like all you need to do. And then to get out of it, you press the the left bumper and the right bumper again, and that goes away. So let's do that again. Now I want to add, let's say, this weapon. So I go to right bumper, I hold left bumper, and then click right bumper. I press A, which creates another slot here, and then I press the right trigger, and it pops it there for me. And then to sort of use it in sort of like just around the world kind of thing, I do the left bumper and right bumper, and then I can press the trigger button, and then I press the left bumper, right bumper again to turn it off, and now I've got this on. And I can also unequip items too, so now it's just using that, and I'm going to equip my silver sword and that too. And then left bumper, right bumper to turn it off. And that's sort of how you use it more or less. It's a bit difficult. It took me a little while to get used to. But yeah, that's kind of cool. I believe you press Y to add another wheel, but you have to be in the inventory system. So let's do that. So we go into the inventory system, we clicked right bumper, left bumper, and when we press Y, we add another one, then use Dpad, right to head right and left. So I'm kind of going in between different wheels, and you can add as many as you want. Now to delete them, you press the left trigger. So I'm going to go all the left to the leftist part here and get rid of them. And I believe I can get rid of that one and that one. There we go. So the left trigger sort of deletes them. And that's about it really. It does take a little bit of time to stop pressing B to exit out of things. You got to press the sort of buttons again to sort of get all your stuff, uh, kind of thing. And pressing A and stuff doesn't do anything. So just remember, you got to pull the trigger. Basically, you got to just press the right trigger like you're attacking something in your wheel, and that sort of activates it. Now I'm gonna test it out and see if it does anything when yeah. So it doesn't attack when I press the right trigger. That's good. I'm gonna, yeah. So this is pretty cool. That is pretty nice. That wheel is now kind of my favorite now. It's better than just pausing the thing. So yeah, that's pretty much how you use it. It does take like a, hot minute to get used to it, uh, kind of thing. And some of this mud crab. Quickly switch back. There we go. We got a mud crab for some reason. So yeah, I've also changed up my microphone settings for this section, so it might sound different. But yeah, that's how I use the wheeler. There we go. All right, back to the video. Right, I think that's enough about the video. Hopefully, I've answered all your questions and how to properly install it because it's really easy, and maybe it's because I've got a different controller, or you're using, or it's in the Steam settings or something like that. I've basically got all the sort of like Steam controller thing. It's literally just running through the Steam controller, so it's not emulating an Xbox controller or anything. It's literally just the Steam controller at the basics kind of thing. It's not the Steam controller I have. I have a, what do you call it? I don't know what controller I've got. It's just a PC controller. So yeah. Anyway, that's all from me. I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully this helps you. Feel free to leave any like, oh, how does this work kind of thing, and I'll try answer my best. But more or less, this is how I installed it. So I don't really know how other ways to install it because this is the proper rules kind of way to do it. That the model or the pack has sort of left. So yeah. Right, that's all from me. See you in the next one. Goodbye.